a breath, get ready to explore. Chucky's deep dive kicks down the door, where the truth collides and wisdom thrives. No surface living, we're going live. In the deep dive, where the water's cut clean, where dreams are sparked and the soul is seen. No shallow waves, just truth alive. Step into the rhythm of Chucky's deep dive. At the surface, we're getting real, no plastic.
All right, so are you ready to ditch that cubicle?
Yeah.
Become your own boss. That entrepreneurial fire is burning bright, and I am excited for you. We're diving deep today into a planning guide that's been inspired by Guerrilla Marketing Job Escape Plan. Focus on starting your own business. Yeah, think of this deep dive like a crash course in Entrepreneurship 101, helping you navigate that leap from employee to entrepreneur.
What's really interesting about this guide is that it doesn't just throw strategies at you. It really emphasizes that mental game first. You know, building a business is tough, and having the right mindset is like laying down that solid foundation before you even start building anything.
Okay, so step one is win the mental battle. I gotta admit, that sounds a bit like a cheesy motivational poster.
Yeah.
But I'm guessing there's more to it than just thinking positive thoughts, right?
Yeah, way more. It's like, think of it like training for a marathon, You need endurance and that ability to push through when things get tough. This guide highlights 12 key mindsets. 2 that really stand out, I think, are embrace imperfection and be open to help. You won't have all the answers starting out, and that's okay. Being willing to learn and ask for guidance is really key.
So it's about being adaptable, knowing that you'll make mistakes, and being okay with asking for help. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
But I'm also kind of curious about this be open to help idea. Doesn't that contradict the whole independent go-getter spirit of entrepreneurship?
Not at all. Think about Sarah Blakely, the founder of Spanx. She faced tons of rejection before her product took off, She had to be resilient, yes, but she also sought out advice and mentorship. Having people in your corner, especially those who've already been there, can really be a game changer.
That's a great point, yeah. It's like having a coach in your corner, someone to guide you and cheer you on. All right, so we've tackled the mental hurdles now, and we're feeling pretty confident. So what's next on our roadmap to entrepreneurial success?
Well, now we need a killer idea. Step 2 is all about coming up with a workable idea. And it's not about chasing the next $1 million app, but rather finding a problem that people are facing and offering a practical solution.
Okay, so less about inventing a flying car and more about solving those everyday problems. But how do you even begin to identify those problems?
So this guide encourages you to look for what they call pain points. These frustrations or gaps in existing products or services. Think what bugs you. What do you wish existed but doesn't? It also highlights the power of niche markets. For example, Warby Parker. They saw a need for affordable, stylish eyeglasses, and they targeted a specific audience, those who were tired of overpriced options. Look at them now.
That's a brilliant example. So instead of trying to please everyone, finding a specific group with a specific need can be a real advantage. Okay, so I've got my mindset in check, and I've got a problem-solving idea brewing. What's the next ingredient in this entrepreneurial recipe?
Well, you can't build a business in a vacuum. Step 3 emphasizes the power of connection. Build strong support networks. Family, friends, mentors, even professional contacts. These relationships are your lifeline.
Yeah, I imagine having that support system can be crucial, especially when you're facing those inevitable doubts or setbacks. This guide seems to place a lot of emphasis on mentorship, though. Why is that so important?
Think of a mentor as your Yoda, offering wisdom and guidance based on their experience. They can help you navigate challenges, make strategic decisions, even avoid common pitfalls. It's like having a shortcut to lessons they learned the hard way.
It's amazing how many successful entrepreneurs had mentors that played such a crucial role in their journey. Mark Zuckerberg with Steve Jobs, Bill Gates with Warren Buffett. It really does make a difference. All right, so I've got my support squad assembled. I'm feeling empowered and ready to take on the world. What's next? Time to get down to business, right?
Absolutely. We've got the foundation, now we need a blueprint. Step 4 is all about developing a clear strategy. The guide lays out a 5-step strategic planning process, and it all starts with defining the problem you're solving.
Wait, so we're going back to the pain points we talked about in step 2. Is this like entrepreneurial deja vu?
It's all connected. You need to be able to articulate the problem very clearly. Then you analyze the competition. Who else is tackling this issue? What are their strengths and weaknesses? This helps you to pinpoint your unique advantage. What do you offer that nobody else does?
So it's not just about having a good idea, but it's about having an idea that stands out from the crowd.
Precisely. Think of it like this. You're not just opening another coffee shop. You're offering the best fair trade, organic, locally roasted coffee with a cozy atmosphere that feels like home. You're minimizing customer risk by offering a satisfaction guarantee, and your marketing message speaks to those ethically conscious coffee lovers who value community.
Okay, I'm starting to see the pieces fall into place here. So we've defined the problem, we've scoped out the competition, and we found our unique selling proposition. What's next in this strategic planning process?
The next step is minimizing customer risk. Starting a new business always involves some level of risk for the customer. They're trusting you with their time, their money, and their needs.
So how do we ease those concerns and build trust?
Well, the guide suggests offering guarantees, free trials, or simply being transparent about your process and limitations. It's about showing your customers that you've got their back. And finally, you need to craft a compelling marketing message. This is your elevator pitch, the way you communicate the value of your product or service in a clear, concise, and engaging way. Think Nike or Apple. They don't just sell products, they sell stories, emotions, aspirations. Your marketing message should do the same.
So it's all about grabbing attention, making a connection, and compelling people to take action. All right, I'm feeling pretty strategic over here. But even the best laid plans need fuel, right? Let's talk money.
You got it. That brings us to step 5, set financial goals. This is where we create a path to profit. It's about understanding your numbers, setting realistic income goals, and figuring out how much you need to sell to cover costs and start generating revenue.
This is where my eyes usually start to glaze over. Numbers aren't really my thing, but I get that it's important. The guide mentions something called break-even points. What exactly does that mean?
Your break-even point is the number of units you need to sell to cover all your costs, both fixed and variable. Imagine you're selling those handmade candles for $20 each, and it costs you $5 to make one. You also have fixed costs like rent and utilities that add up to, say, $1,000 per month.
All right, so I'm spending $5 per candle, plus $1,000 in fixed costs. How do I figure out how many candles I need to sell to break even?
You divide your fixed cost by your profit per candle. In this case, your profit per candle is $15-$20 selling price minus $5 cost. So $1,000 divided by $15 is roughly 67 candles. That's your break-even point.
Okay.
Every candle you sell after that contributes to your profit.
Wow, that's actually a pretty simple calculation. Knowing that number feels really empowering. I can set a clear target and track my progress towards profitability.
Exactly. It takes the guesswork out of it. And remember, entrepreneurship is a marathon, not a sprint. It takes time, effort, and careful financial planning to build a sustainable business.
Speaking of sustainable businesses, I understand this guide also offers a cautionary tale about what can happen if you don't pay attention to the financials. Tell me more about that.
There's a story about a business that had a great product and a solid team, but they failed to manage their cash flow effectively. They overspent, underestimated their costs, and ultimately ran out of money. It highlights how critical a sound financial plan is from the outset.
That's a sobering reminder that even the best ideas can crumble if they aren't backed by solid financial management. So we've covered the first 5 steps. The mental game, finding an idea, building support, developing a strategy, and setting financial goals. What's coming up next in our deep dive into launching a successful business?
We still have 5 more steps to explore. Managing cash flow, mastering time management, building a team, achieving those early wins, and most importantly, keeping the momentum going. Those are coming up right now. We're diving even deeper into the nitty-gritty of building a successful business. Now that we've got those fundamentals covered, let's move on to step 6, which is all about managing cash flow.
Ooh, kind of dreading this part. Cash flow sounds so complicated, it feels like something only accountants should have to worry about. But I guess it's important, right?
Oh, it is crucial, especially in those early stages of your business. Think of cash flow like the oxygen that keeps your business alive.
Yeah.
You need to have enough money coming in to cover all your expenses and keep things running smoothly.
Okay, so how do we make sure we have enough oxygen? The guide mentions something called bootstrapping as a strategy. What exactly does that involve?
Bootstrapping basically means using your own resources to fund your business. It might involve, cutting personal expenses. Maybe make your own coffee instead of hitting Starbucks every day. Or maybe you take on a side hustle for a while to generate some extra income. It's about being resourceful and finding creative ways to fund your business without relying on those outside investors.
So it's like tightening the belt and finding ways to stretch those early dollars as far as possible. It sounds like a crash course in financial discipline. The guide also mentions being mindful of spending. What are some common spending traps that entrepreneurs should avoid?
It's easy to get caught up in the excitement of launching a business, right? And you might splurge on things that look really impressive, but aren't really essential, like renting that fancy office space when you could easily work from home for a while, or buying top-of-the-line equipment when a more affordable option would work just fine. Remember, every dollar you save is a dollar you can reinvest in growing your business.
So it's about being strategic with those early investments and focusing on what truly moves the needle for your business. Makes sense. Now, switching gears a bit, let's talk about something that I think every entrepreneur struggles with: time management.
Yeah, you're talking about step 7, mastering time management. This is about being the CEO of your own schedule, making every minute count, which can be really overwhelming when you're wearing multiple hats and juggling a million tasks.
Oh, it's definitely something I struggle with. I feel like there's never enough time in the day to get everything done. What are some strategies for taking control of our time and maximizing productivity?
Well, the guide really emphasizes the importance of ruthless prioritization. Figure out what absolutely needs to get done today and focus on those tasks first. Learn to say no to distractions and those time wasters, and break down those big, overwhelming projects into smaller, more manageable steps.
So it's like creating a roadmap for my day, prioritizing those most important tasks and breaking them down into bite-sized pieces.
Exactly. And don't be afraid to use tools to help you stay organized. A simple to-do list, a calendar app, or even a project management tool can make a huge difference in keeping you on track and ensuring that nothing falls through the cracks.
I can definitely see how those tools can be lifesavers. Okay, so we're managing our cash flow like pros. We've got our time under control, but at some point we're going to need an extra set of hands. How do we know when it's time to start building a team?
That's a great question, and it leads us to step 8, building a team. The guide acknowledges that you can't do everything yourself forever, but it also cautions against rushing into hiring full-time employees right away.
So when is the right time to bring on help, and what's the best way to start?
Think about it like this. As your business grows, there will be tasks that you either don't have time for or you don't have the expertise to handle effectively. Maybe you're amazing at creating products, but marketing isn't your forte. That's a sign that it might be time to bring on someone who specializes in marketing.
Makes sense. But hiring can be expensive, especially for a new business. What are some cost-effective ways to start building a team?
The guide recommends starting small and leveraging the power of virtual teams or freelancers. Platforms like Upwork and Fiverr make it incredibly easy to find talented individuals who can help you with specific tasks, from web design and content creation to customer service and bookkeeping.
So I can basically assemble a dream team of experts on demand, without the overhead of traditional employees. That's amazing. What should I look for when building this virtual team?
Look for people who share your vision, complement your skills, and are passionate about what you're building. Don't just focus on technical skills. Look for individuals who are reliable, communicative, and easy to work with.
Great advice. So we've got our finances in check, our time is managed, and we're starting to assemble our A-team. What's next? What's the secret sauce to keeping that momentum going?
That brings us to step 9, achieving quick wins. This is all about celebrating those early victories that validate your idea and keep you motivated even when things get tough.
I love that idea. It's like those little boosts of confidence that keep you going, especially when you're facing those inevitable entrepreneurial challenges. But what are some examples of quick wins, and how do we make them happen?
A quick win could be landing your first big client, securing a key partnership, getting featured in a major publication, or even just receiving positive feedback from your early customers. It's about focusing on those achievable milestones that demonstrate progress and create that sense of accomplishment.
Those are all fantastic examples, but how do we intentionally create those quick wins? Do we just cross our fingers and hope for the best?
Not exactly. The guide suggests using low-cost marketing strategies to generate buzz and attract attention. Social media content marketing, public relations. These are all powerful tools that can help you reach your target audience and build momentum early on.
So it's about being strategic, leveraging our resources, and putting ourselves out there. I'm feeling pumped and ready to rack up those wins. But what happens when that initial excitement fades? How do we maintain that drive and keep moving forward when the going gets tough?
That's where the final step comes in. Step 10 is all about keeping moving forward. This is where persistence, adaptability, and a commitment to continuous learning become your superpowers.
This sounds like the marathon mindset we talked about earlier, that ability to push through those inevitable walls and keep going. But how do we stay motivated when we hit those bumps in the road?
It's about constantly evaluating your progress, analyzing your results, and being willing to adjust your course as needed. The entrepreneurial journey is rarely a straight line. There will be unexpected detours, challenges you didn't anticipate, and moments where you need to pivot or even completely change direction.
So it's about embracing the unknown, being flexible, and learning from our mistakes along the way.
Exactly. And remember, you're not alone on this journey. There are countless resources available to help you, from online communities and mastermind groups to mentors and business coaches. And of course, you can always find more in-depth guidance and support at chuckyscorner.com.
That's right. We've covered a lot of ground today, from managing cash flow to building a team and achieving those all-important quick wins. But before we wrap up this deep dive into launching a successful business, we want to circle back to one of the most crucial steps, and potentially one of the most intimidating: setting financial goals.
You're right. It's a step that many aspiring entrepreneurs shy away from. But understanding your numbers and creating a clear financial roadmap is essential for long-term success. And we'll delve deeper into the world of financial planning and share some strategies for making it less daunting and more empowering right after this.
All right, welcome back to the deep dive. I feel like we've already covered so much ground on this journey from employee to entrepreneur. But you're right, we can't shy away from the financial side of things. Let's unpack step 5, set financial goals.
You know, it's totally understandable to feel a bit intimidated by financial planning. But trust me, it really doesn't have to be overwhelming. Think of it like setting any other goal. You need a clear target and a plan to reach it.
Okay, that makes sense. But where do we even begin? I'm guessing it involves more than just saying, I want to make $1 million. Haha.
Definitely more than that. This guide really emphasizes the importance of setting those realistic income goals. It means figuring out how much money you need to bring in each month to cover all your expenses and achieve your desired profit margin.
Okay, so I need to calculate my expenses, figure out my profit goals, but how do I even know what a realistic profit margin is?
Well, that's where industry research comes in. Look at other businesses in your niche. What are their typical profit margins? What kind of pricing strategies are they using? That'll give you kind of a benchmark to work with. Remember, it's always better to underestimate your revenue and overestimate your expenses in those early stages.
So it's about being conservative in our projections and planning for the unexpected. What about those break-even points we discussed earlier? How do they fit into this financial planning puzzle?
Well, knowing your break-even point is absolutely crucial for setting those realistic sales targets. Remember, your break-even point is the number of units you need to sell to cover all your costs. Once you hit that point, every sale after that contributes to your profit.
Right, so it's like reaching that financial finish line. Every sale beyond that point is pure profit. It feels good to have that clear target in mind. But what happens if we're not hitting our financial goals? What if we're struggling to generate revenue or manage our cash flow effectively?
Well, that's where the importance of flexibility and adaptation really comes in. The guide emphasizes that entrepreneurial journey is rarely a straight line. You might need to adjust your pricing, explore new marketing strategies, or even pivot your business model altogether.
So it's all about being willing to adapt and make those tough decisions when necessary. This deep dive has given me a whole new perspective on what it really takes to launch a successful business. It's more than just having a great idea. It's about having the right mindset, a solid strategy, a supportive network, and a willingness to constantly learn and adapt.
Absolutely. And remember, you don't have to figure it all out on your own. There are so many resources available to help you, from books and online courses to mentors and business coaches. Of course, you can always find more in-depth guidance and support at chuckyscorner.com.
That's right. Be sure to check out chuckyscorner.com for more deep dives on very specific aspects of starting a business, like crafting a killer marketing message, building a virtual team, and mastering the art of time management. We've covered the 10 essential steps that are outlined in this planning guide, but we've only just scratched the surface of what it takes to be a successful entrepreneur.
It's a journey that's filled with challenges and rewards. But with the right tools, resources, and support, you can definitely turn your entrepreneurial dream into a reality.
Thanks for joining us on the deep dive. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing.
Take a breath, get ready to explore. Chucky's deep dive kicks down the door, where the truth collides and wisdom thrives. No surface living, we're going live. In the deep dive, where the water's cut clean, where dreams are sparked and the soul is seen. No shallow waves, just truth alive. Step into the rhythm of Chucky's deep dive. Back to surface, we're getting real. No plastic vibes, just the truth you feel. From the grind to the glory, the lessons we chase. Every dive is a battle won by grace. Faith meets the hustle, the scars meet the crown. Each layer we shed takes us further down. This is Chucky's zone, where the real reside. No fear in the depths, just a fearless vibe. In the deep dive, where the water's cut clean, where dreams are sparked and the soul is seen. No shallow waves, just truth the rhythm of Chucky's deep dive. Mirror, reflecting the grind. Truth hits harder when the answers unwind. The pain, the growth, the lessons they bring. Every deep dive sharpens your wings. This ain't just talk, it's a call to rise. To find your purpose through searching eyes. The deeper the question, the stronger you'll be. In the depths of the dive you find clarity. Yo, this ain't a game, it's the life we live. Every word a truth, every beat we give. Chucky's Corner's the launch, the dives where it's real. Breaking chains, building dreams, we seal the deal. To the deep dive, where the water's cut clean, where dreams are sparked and the soul is seen. No shallow waves, just truth alive. Step into the rhythm of Chucky's deep dive. Peel back the surface, we're getting real. No plastic vibes, just the truth you feel. From the grind to the glory, the lessons we chase. Every dive is a battle won by grace. A mirror reflecting the grind. Truth hits harder when the answers unwind. The pain, the growth, the lessons they bring. Every deep dive sharpens your wings. The sky's a mirror reflecting the grind. Truth hits harder when the answers unwind. The pain, the growth, the lessons they bring. Every deep dive sharpens your wings. Each dive's a mirror reflecting the grind. Truth hits harder when the answers unwind. The pain, the growth, the lessons they bring. Every deep dive sharpens your wings. This ain't just talk, it's a call to rise. To find your purpose through searching eyes. The deeper the question, the stronger you'll be. In the depths of the dive you find clarity. Yo, this ain't a game, it's the life we live. Every word a truth, every beat we give. Chucky's Corner's the launch, the dives where it's real. Breaking chains, building dreams, we seal the deal. Dive deeper, feel the current shift. Every truth revealed is a timeless gift. Chucky's deep dive, where you'll thrive. Uncover your purpose, let the vision drive. Chucky's Corner's the launch, the dives where it's real. Breaking chains, building dreams, we seal the deal. Dive deeper, feel the current shift. Every truth revealed is a timeless gift. Chucky's deep dive, where you'll thrive. Uncover your purpose, let the vision drive.